Now let's come back to Lagos State, where the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has announced a surprise salary increment for workers in the Lagos Public Service. He made the promise during a working visit to the Alausa Secretariat in Lagos, Nigeria, while meeting with public servants of the Lagos State Public Service on Tuesday. He explained that the increment was informed by the inflation and hardship faced by the workers in the country. Well, I mean, this is a welcome development. Everyone's battling with the effects of inflation, so extra money here, whatever it is that can make your life easier, make it easier for workers to be able to combat with the struggles and the realities of everyday hardship is always a welcome idea. I did read up that they had about, I think, additional vehicles that were added to the official vehicles as well, if I'm correct. I mean, I think it's a welcome development.
I agree. Anything that would cushion the effects of, Nigeria's current, economic challenges. It's hard. It's really, really hard for people across the country. And, everyone, is working basically with the same, salary scale that they were working with, in 2015 and 2017, when things weren't even this expensive. Foodstuff at this point, the most basic foodstuff is, on the average, 30, 40, 50, sometimes even 100% more expensive than it was a couple of years ago. So it is tough. And I totally agree that this is a welcome development from the Lagos State governor, of course, should be applauded. But as always, I'd like to share, the comments from people. There's people who did, give a round of applause, standing ovation for the Lagos State government. There's those who pointed out that this is coming because it's election season and, a campaign season. And so, these are some of the perks. There's no specific date when this will be implemented. It was only mentioned. He hasn't said it's going to start next year. It's going to start, before Christmas. I don't think there's any clarity with
But
that.
he's asked them to put together some form of an outline on how this can be effected. So let's hope that it happens as soon as possible.
Well, let's hope it happens as soon as possible. I'm just pointing out that, as much as we're commending it, there's no timeline. There's no, specific date when this will happen. And also those who have pointed out that these are some of the things you expect when it's election or campaign season. Governments will always try to throw in these incentives here and there to, of course, make the people find favor in them. There's also people who I saw comment yesterday talking about their parents have not been paid gratuity for many, many years.
Yes, I was going to say that civil servants go through a lot. We can't underestimate the work that they do and how unfortunate, it seems that the reward that they get for the work, the reward is not commensurate to the work that they do. Absolutely. And there are lots of restrictions. A lot of them are not allowed to do other things. In some other private businesses, people go to work and they still have some other things that they do on the side to help keep body and soul together, because when you check it, salary is not what is, it's enough to meet their needs, but civil servants don't have that luxury or should not have that luxury according to what the stipulations are. So, I mean, this is a welcome development.
It is.
We hope that it happens soon, and we hope that, it goes on from here on. There should be a review across the board.
I celebrate with them.
Private individuals as well. Other organizations should also take a cue from that. I think it's something that needs to happen because people are struggling. People need to make ends meet. What your salary was 2 years ago, if that's what it is now, or even last year, can't help you meet basic needs. So it's like you're living on half salary.
Yes, maybe even less than half. And this includes transportation, feeding, healthcare, rent, and school fees. There's so much.
Have you tried to look for a house in Lagos, for example? Right now, it's interesting.
So we commend the Lagos State government, and we hope that this is implemented as quickly as possible. And of course, Lagos State workers, public servants can smile, at least a little bit. Let it be some extra relief for these people. The cost of foodstuff, I think currently one egg is about 100 naira. Bread is, running in between 800 naira to 1,000 naira, for a loaf of bread. Yams are even now for luxury. I think people only buy yam now for...
You're a big boy.
Yes.
To buy yam. I went to buy stockfish yesterday, and I saw a very tiny piece of stockfish for 500.
You're very wealthy.